Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Trapped in the South. Today is another part of the Dog Motel series, my little DIY series. Um, I'm trying to make a better housing situation for one of my dogs. The last time you saw us struggling with pouring the concrete and framing to put this shed that we've had in the back of our yard. Since we've moved here, we consolidated. We had two sheds, and now I mainly am trying to just make a better space for him. He is a lab and pit bull mix, and so initially when people look at him, they're very intimidated by him. He is a he is 2 years old, and so he is very rambunctious, and he is not the greatest with boundaries, and so um, this was just the best situation to have him have somewhere so he's not in a kennel during the daytime. And so my plan, with the help of AMN, was to move this shed on top of this concrete space that we made. And today's video is really just us trying to figure out how to get the bones started. After we situated the shed, our biggest and most hardest task actually was to get the auger, which we had two blades for, and make holes for the poles that would hold the fencing and like box it in. So if you see here, he has the auger. He is trying so hard to go to town. Like I said, we used that blade. We had another blade. We both held it. The ground was just not soft enough to really, I don't know if it was the ground or if the blade wasn't sharp enough to make do. He really wanted to go like super deep. And what we ended up doing is just going as far as it would literally allow us, and praying and hoping that however deep it was at Quickcrete would just hold it in place. And so we actually, I don't know if this is our second auger or if this is the one that he just got, but man, it was very discouraging. You could see where the blade went down just a little, but just not enough. And it had actually rained the day before we were out here. So like we were really expecting this ground to be not mushy, but a lot softer than what it actually was. And so, as you see, that took a lot of our time, and eventually, which I don't even think I have on camera, we ended up getting a shovel for a couple of the holes. So we have, I want to say there was 8 posts in all. I think they're either 8 foot or 9 foot, from Home Depot. We actually had these posts already at the house because we were going to use them for something else, and we ended up doing something simple for that instead of using it. And so this project actually cost me, all in all, it cost me nothing because as you'll see in later videos, everything that I had were things that we already had on our property. And so I love projects like that. I love taking old things and making them new, or taking things that were not being used and making them useful. And we have lots of projects left to come for, the foreverdom as we transform this property to further our dreams. This, as you can see, there's a 2x4 laying across the front. He wanted me to lay out my 2x4 so that I could get an idea of where I wanted my post. And actually, when we did that, I didn't understand why we were doing that. Ladies, shout out if you have a man who I don't know, like the explanation of things sometimes just fully don't grasp me. But we put those out to kind of like set like the box, the image of what, where we're gonna put these posts. And unfortunately, even while doing this, we ended up putting 2 posts. They were not in line, which kind of sucks. We got all the way to the quick creating process and we realized that. And so One of them we just kind of let be and let live, and it's whatever. And here's a beautiful tree that I took a picture of. I was just like, it's just too pretty not to mention. And here I have skipped a whole bunch because I was like, okay, here's the post, here they are in. You can see that one that is really close to the shed. And man, we got it done within, I would say, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then I decided to go on a joyride because I needed a break. So I needed a reward for my hard work. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.